Hey friends! Okay, so today's video is all about teaching you how to use your portion control containers, or also known as portion fix containers. So if you're in my challenge group, I post weekly meal plans or sample meal plans that use these containers. And depending on what program you're currently working through via Beachbody On Demand, whether it be 21 Day Fix, P90X, Shift Shop, Hammer and Chisel, all of these provide you nutrition plans and meal plans that revolve around these portion fix containers. I personally did not start seeing my results until I started incorporating these containers into my diet because, I could be eating healthy foods, but I could be eating way too much and therefore not seeing the results that I want. So portion is very, very important. So in your challenge pack that you received when you signed up, you received these portion fix containers. Now, again, depending on what program you're doing, I would suggest you go into Beachbody On Demand, click your program, and then in the program materials, it will help you calculate how many containers you need to consume a day. Now, that's typically based upon your height and your weight, and if you're wanting to lose weight or if you're wanting to maintain weight and maybe just build muscle. So start in the program materials of your specific program, and it'll help you calculate your calorie need, your daily calorie intake, and that number will help tell you how many green containers you need a day, how many purple containers, and so forth. So always start in the program materials. So here we've got one green, which is a veggie, one purple, which is your fruit, and then you've got a protein and a carb. Your yellow is your carbs, and the blue is the healthy fats. And then you will get two orange containers that will go for like your dressings and your seeds and your nuts. Okay, so in my challenge groups, I also have in the files tab, you can look for food lists. And so that will tell you what kind of veggies count that I can put in here. And there's a whole list of green foods that you can fill up your green container with. Okay, so same goes for your fruits. They give you tons of different ideas for what different fruits you can put in here, proteins, and so forth. So, for example, this is not, you don't just get one of these a day. So this kind of all goes back to the program materials and what your calorie need is. So for example, a typical day for me in my calorie need is I'm supposed to eat 3 to 4 containers of veggies a day. Typically I get about 2 to 3 purple containers a day, about 4 proteins a day, 2 to 3 carbs, and then typically about 1 healthy fat. And so that's kind of typically my cheese or my avocado is what goes in here. So again, this typically depends on what program you're doing, will depend on how many containers you get a day. And again, if you're trying to maintain or if you're trying to cut weight. So hopefully that was helpful. If you have more questions on how to use your portion control containers, again, go back to my challenge group page in the files tab, and you can scroll through some old meal plans that I provided. I also gave samples on how you can break up and organize the containers in different meals throughout your day. So you can also go to Beachbody On Demand and look through the program materials nutrition guides for your specific program, and they will typically give you examples on recipes and meal plans for you to use as well. And lastly, you can also look up in your Beachbody On Demand account, there is a program called Fix8, and it's all a cooking show essentially, and They also have a program materials button that gives you tons of different recipes on how to incorporate these containers into specific recipes. So that has been super helpful for me. And I also use some of those recipes in the meal plans I provide in the group too. So definitely get on Beachbody On Demand. Check out Fixate and the program materials in every single program that you work through. Okay, so if you have any questions, feel free to jump on Facebook Messenger or Instagram Messenger and message me, and I'd be happy to help you along. Thanks for watching.